Footballers, it's not enough to just be fast sprinting forward. Lateral agility and quickness is just as important no matter which position you play. Having the ability to shift laterally quickly, it's going to help you while you're attacking to create more space from the opponent, but also defending, you'll be able to stay closer to the attacker, prevent play forward, and possibly win the ball back for your team. Having this ability is going to make you an all-around better footballer, and that's why I'm going to give you 4 tips that you can do in the gym or at your team training session to help you improve your lateral agility and quickness. Tip number 1, perform the lateral crossover sled drag. Here we're doing a crossover step with a loaded resistance. This exercise is great because it's a crossover between traditional strength and game-specific movements. It's going to allow us to get into those steep shin angles, the same angles that we use when we're changing direction. So this is very specific to what you're going to do on the field. It's also a great exercise to perform in season because it's going to reduce the eccentric loading. Don't be afraid to go heavy, but don't go too heavy to where you're going to have bad form. Tip number 2, perform a loaded lateral lunge. With these, there's a great emphasis on our force absorption, and the more force we're able to absorb, the more force we're going to be able to produce. Start with a controlled tempo, but over time you can progress to a more reactive lateral lunge. So when the foot touches the ground, we're being aggressive, attack the ground, and drive that knee up. Tip number 3, perform diagonal bounds. This is a plyometric exercise which is going to utilize that stretch shortening cycle. Start with a diagonal bound where you're sticking the landing, but over time you can progress to a mini bounce, and then a fully dynamic reactive diagonal bound. Tip number 4, add the lateral push and crossover step to your dynamic warm-up. You can perform these at a team training session or during your own warm-up on a gym day. Start in an athletic stance, and during the entire movement, you want to keep the feet underneath the hips. From this position, you're going to be able to generate maximum force. With the push steps, you want to push with that outside leg, driving your toes through the ground, feeling it in the glutes. And while performing the crossover push steps, you want to drive with that inside foot. Same thing, push through the toes, feel it in the glutes. The first 3 exercises are push step variations, and the last 2 are crossover push step variations. And guys, that's going to wrap up the video. If you liked it, smash that like button below. Be sure to subscribe. If you want to train with us, head down in that description box below and visit one of the links. But keep working hard, keep getting better, and we'll see you in our next video.